preached that God is the hokey pokey,
That's right.
because that.
I remember that sermon, by the way.
I'll go, Cherry. There you go.
Do you remember the
Yulia.
Sunday that we did the Macarena?
I do.
I had fun. I'll tell you, my all-time favorite sermon was God the Cosmic Clown. And it was kind of based on the idea that how many times have you thought that you've got your life together, and right after that, life hits you in the face with a cream pie, and you go, well, maybe I don't have it as together as I thought it was. So that was kind of the basic metaphor, that you never really get it together. There's always a surprise coming. Keep your sense of humor. So I walk out, and under the pulpit, I had 2 cream pies, and I had set it up with 2 of my parishioners in the front row to get ready. So I haul off and hit them both in the face with pies. Well, one of them was ready for me. He turned around, wiped everything off his face, put it back in the pan, hit me in the face with it. It totally made my point, and better than I ever could have planned it. So
Yep.
made my point elegantly. All right. Did
Hi,
we have?
Yulia.
Hey, girl. Yulia just got passed her exam for the American Counselors Association this week. So props to her.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, girl. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now the fun starts. So, got a little reading for you.
Let me silence everyone. Okay.
It's a quote from the Buddha. There is one thing that, when cultivated and regularly practiced, leads to deep spiritual intention, to peace, to mindfulness and clear comprehension, to vision and knowledge, to a happy life here and now, and to the culmination of wisdom and awakening. You want me to read that list again? That's kind of an impressive list. There is one thing, when cultivated and regularly practiced, that leads to deep spiritual intention, to peace, to mindfulness and clear comprehension, to vision and knowledge, to a happy life here and now, and to the culmination of wisdom and awakening. And what is that one thing, he asks? Anybody read in the back of the book?
Please tell us.
It's mindfulness centered on the body. So when we Westerners begin to approach meditation, we really do it backwards, because so many of us are looking for supernatural types of awareness and consciousness, and that's really not the point. The point really is to become fully embodied spirits. And that means for the energy that we carry in our bodies to be fully aware of that energy and that energy's interaction with the energy around us. And that's what spiritual teachers mean by love. There is a magnetic quality to energy. And we call it gravity. That's one of the names that we have for it. And it's one of the best examples of how we're drawn towards things. The earth is drawing us towards her. When you feel drawn towards plants, when you feel drawn towards people, you need to pay attention to that, because that's not only your connection and establishes your groundedness in life, but it's also your nurturance, what gives you energy, what feeds you. So you're not just being fed by your food, you're being fed by these energetic sources, but you have to be present to take advantage of it. It's going on, but just like eating your food mindfully increases your appreciation of the food and changes the whole quality of the experience of eating, being in your body as you experience life totally changes the quality of living. So we're doing beginning stuff, and I always think of a pyramid, that you're building a pyramid when you meditate. And the first foundation of that pyramid is calming the body. So when you look at yoga, why do we do yoga? We do yoga so that we can, one, become aware of the subtle energies in our body, but also so that we can sit in a position long enough to enter into deeper states of awareness. We're not constantly being distracted by what the body is doing. So I don't know how many of you have the experience of your body constantly bitching at you while you're meditating, okay? So I know people who are just starting have that experience. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes in and already your foot's falling asleep. You're getting different kinds of discomfort happening. And then those of us who are more advanced age, we've got our artificial hips and artificial knees and all kinds of things complaining at us. So how do we relate to this discomfort? Because stilling the mind enough to embrace the discomforts of the body is fundamental to being present in the moment. So we have to find a compassionate way of relating to the body that accepts it the way that it is, that's not at war with it because it's not doing what we want it to do, but also in totally absorbing our attention. So this is from Jack Kornfield's book, Meditation for Beginners, which actually means advanced people, because by the time you go back to read a book about meditation, you're probably not a beginner, because beginners think they know it all. As you sit, you will discover that there are 3 kinds of painful sensations that can arise in you. The first is the signal that something is wrong, like your hand feels as if it's on fire. This is usually because you are in an uncomfortable position, and your body is telling you to change the way you're sitting. That is pretty infrequent, but once in a while you still get that kind of sensation. One of the things that we do when we're in long retreats is to learn how to find a comfortable seat. And so we'll pile cushions, because you need to get your knees lower than your butt if you want to stay comfortable. So people will sit and try and get in a full lotus position and sit that way for 13, 25-minute sessions. That's probably not going to work for most of us. So using props, using things to get your body comfortable is a compassionate thing for you to do in your meditation, because it's going to enable you to settle in more peacefully into things like the breath and present moment awareness. The second kind of painful sensation comes from sitting in an unaccustomed posture. A common experience is to get pins and needles and tingles in your legs. I always think that my foot will never have feeling in it again, and I've fallen trying to get up and walk after my feet have gone to sleep and I can't feel them. It takes these kinds of sensations occur when you're not used to sitting still or sitting cross-legged. It can also take a while for you to feel comfortable when you're keeping your back straight or unsupported. And it's funny how on long meditations, how the real discomfort for me is between my shoulder blades, not particularly my legs or my butt. You can experiment by continuing to sit in order to feel what those pins and needles are like, and let that be part of your meditation. And you can learn how to sit with something even that intense. So this is what we mean by grist for the mill. Rather than moving and shifting because of the discomfort, often as you become more advanced in your meditation, that becomes part of what your meditation is. How can I sit with these pins and needles and not have an aversion to them? How can I stay open? As Rumi says, how can I greet it as a guest and invite it into my awareness? So these things of sitting, when I first met Linnell, I said something that kind of shocked her. I said, if I am aware and shift my posture 30 times in my meditation, I'm having a great meditation. and she didn't understand it, but it's very much to the point that I was aware enough to know that as soon as I begin to meditate, my neck starts going back like this, my shoulders slump forward, and my lower back comes forward, and I start going like this. And then I become aware of the posture changing, and that affects the breath. Need that belly open. The reason we sit erect is so we have full access to the belly. Then I collapse, and then I wake up and I do that. So the body becomes very much your friend in the sense that it's inviting you into awareness with its discomfort and teaching you how to have a compassionate relationship to this discomfort in your body. But if it seems too much to focus on at the time, then simply change your posture. Come back to your breath in a natural way. It's useful to experiment with posture. If you have a constant and fair amount of back pain of a certain kind when you're sitting, try to change your posture so that you can sit more comfortably. Experiment with your body. Find if it's got a sweet spot. There's enough pain and difficulty in life without manufacturing more by trying to do a posture that you think is what you should assume when you meditate. Forget all that. Find something that you can sustain through the meditation and stay present. The third and most frequent type of pain includes all uncomfortable sensations that come with having a body. Sometimes when you're meditating, your shoulders will hurt, your jaw will hurt, or your stomach will hurt. Often when you try to be quiet and these places start to hurt, it's because these areas have been tight all day. We all have places where we stash our tension. Many people are even aware that they tend to clench their jaws or their shoulders. Each time we experience stress or difficulty, areas of our bodies tighten in certain ways to lock in that tension or pain. So if you pay attention to these areas as you sit, you will allow them to open, sometimes even allow yourself to release that tension. And it's not that you're supposed to get rid of the tension necessarily, but it's important to bring it into your awareness. It means that you're actually beginning to feel your own body. And then over some time, it will begin to open on its own. The goal is not to sit without pain. During some sittings, you might have pleasure and bliss. In others, you might have pain. In meditation, as in life, you usually get about an equal measure of pleasure and pain. So it's not that we try and minimize or get rid of or ignore or run away from pain. Because then you will have to spend half of your life running away. And I love that. You'll have to spend half your life running away. And it's more useful to learn how to relate to all of it, the pleasure and the pain, with compassion, with tenderness, with mercy, and with understanding. Okay? So what do we bring to the pain in our bodies? What a beautiful list. Compassion, tenderness, mercy, and understanding. So, coming back to the body, often you're going to find that because of the neglect that it's not in very good shape. It's like coming out of a depression and realizing how the house has gone to hell in the handbasket while you were depressed, going, oh my God, where do I even begin? But it's very important to understand that as in any task, you begin by taking small bites, little bits of things, of re-entering the body, reacquainting yourself with it in a different way, compassionate way. So who have we got? Is that, I've heard people come in and just wondered if we've got some people on the other page. We've got Bentley. Hey, good morning, Bentley. So let's go ahead and begin our meditation. I'm going to do what I did last week, which is do a little bit more talking in the very beginning and then tapering off to the gong every few minutes to bring us back to awareness. So as you listen to the gong, One of the things it's for is you hear the first gong, bang, it brings you into awareness. Look at where you are by the time the second gong goes off. For most of us, we'll already have drifted off, and the same with the third gong. With the third gong, the thing that I like to do is to wait until you can't hear it anymore, because the gong actually continues to vibrate. It's never silent. And developing the ears to hear that and feel that is a fun little exercise. So, homie, so allow your awareness to begin to settle on the body. And find a comfortable seat. The word for comfortable seat is sukhasana. Sukha is the opposite of dukkha, which is suffering. So comfortable posture, sitting, laying down. Notice that some of you are relaxing your necks. Feel free to do whatever your body wants to do to become comfortable. Remembering this isn't a performance. Yoga Journal isn't taking any pictures of you, so listen to what your body is telling you it wants. Making those tiny adjustments. Just beginning to do a body scan. Bringing your awareness to various parts of the body. Beginning with the feet. Bringing your awareness to the top of the foot. The arch. Not thinking the foot, but learning how to feel the foot from the inside. Those internal perceptions that we ignore. Feeling the toes individually, big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth, the pinky, now bring your awareness to the whole foot, both feet. And allow your awareness to flow like a warm liquid, warm light, up into the ankles, just receiving the sensations without judgment, nothing to understand, nothing to fix. Letting that awareness flow up into the calves, letting your awareness penetrate even deeper into the soleus muscle, sending a message to your body, you're safe, you can relax. Any tension in the shin, discomfort, greeting your shins, openness, acceptance. In preparation for the difficult knee. Bringing your awareness into the knees, allowing them to soften. Feeling the solidity of the bone. And the space between the bones. Feeling the ligaments. Allow your awareness to create a feeling of acceptance, softening. As your awareness moves up into the thigh, visiting all four parts. The hamstrings in their contact with the seat. The outer thigh. The inner thigh. Perhaps noting the effect that bringing your awareness to this area has on it. Does it welcome it? Does it resist your awareness? Does it have something to tell you? You move into the upper thigh. Following that upper thigh into the hip. It's interesting because the hip is an area that's attacked by the chronic stress we're under. Our bodies pull nutrients from this area when we're stressed. So allow yourself to enter even deeper with your awareness. Bringing that compassion, that mercy. Into the buttocks. Feeling the sensations in the whole pubic bowl, the genitals, the anus, the perineum, softening, opening to awareness. And now step back and allow yourself to feel the whole foundation of your seat as a unified field of sensation. Feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, buttocks, floor of the pelvis, stable, grateful for that stability, that grounding. Begin to feel the spine growing out. Like a plant drawn towards the sunlight. Feeling the sensations in the lower abdomen. Lower back, another area that often needs befriending. Needs attention because of its chronic wandering. I think mine has ADHD. Up into the area just below the rib cage. Taking in all the delicious sensations of feeling the breath in the body, the subtle expansion and contraction as the body receives the breath, releases it. Tension generated by a long in-breath, and grateful for release at the end, sighing into the out-breath. Gentle massage, the back, the abdomen. As your awareness moves up to the chest, Feeling all the hardening that we do against the world, armoring. The area between the shoulder blades. Allowing the shoulders to just glide on top of the rib cage. Not pulling them back too far, not slunching forward, but finding a neutral position where they feel happy. Bring your awareness to the shoulders, the rear delt, the middle, the front, protecting and supporting that shoulder joint, softening your awareness into the joint and the bone as you move down into the upper arm, bicep, the triceps, the forearms, bring your awareness to the palm, the back of the hand, feel each finger separately, the thumbs, aware of the sensations, rich, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, the pinky, and now stepping back and experiencing the body from the feet. Let's keep the foundation connected to the trunk, still grounded, the trunk stable and yet open, flexible. Like there's an axis in the middle that you can rotate around, that's suspending you like a string of beads, reaching and bringing your awareness to the neck, the chin slightly down, the muscles, supporting the head, feeling the connection at the base of the head. Bring your awareness to that joint behind the ear. Where So much of the tension in the back of the neck is transferred to the jaw. If you have TMJ, that's where it happens. Feel that connection, that space. Allowing the head to simply balance. Opening the throat. Feeling the sensations of the tongue halfway down the throat. Sensations in the inside of the mouth. The lips. The cheeks, which are one of the minor chakras. Feeling the architecture of the nose and the ear. Seeing the effect that bringing your awareness to these areas has. Any areas that resist bringing awareness in. What areas welcome it? The eyes, the eyelids, the brow, and if you're like I am, I'm starting to feel like a squeezed tube of toothpaste with the energy gathering the brow, the back of the head, and finally up to the scalp. The 1,000-petal lotus. Allowing any energy to release. Feeling the solidity of the skull and allowing the scalp to relax. And once again, stepping back and allowing your awareness to fill the whole body. The whole body alive with sensation. Knowing that that sensation is your connection with the sacred. It's where energy, which has no form, no color, no shape, no taste, becomes taste, shape, touch, sensation, something you can relate to. This is where God becomes knowable, not by words, but through the direct connection with sensation in the body. Feeling the whole body from the inside, the whole body from the outside. Sitting with the body with an attitude of compassion, gratitude, of awe and wonder. You're awful cute, you.
Slunching. I liked the new word.
Yeah.
Did you catch it? Slunching.
Slunching.
Slunching forward. It's a good one. I might
Might,
steal that.
might adopt that.
Yeah,
Might
yeah.
become a new word. I don't get no respect. Oh, so what y'all got this morning? How was that? Stephen, you got something?
Okay. In my meditation practice, I'm kind of tall, lanky, so I often am uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I don't have a lot of cushion on my body, so everything kind of pins against each other. And I found that not judging that discomfort made it a lot easier to sit with,
I
as
love-
opposed to this is an adversarial sensation that I don't like. Instead of deeming it as undesirable, just being aware of it and then maybe focusing my attention to another part of my body that was comfortable made it a lot easier to sit with. I just found that revelating, really.
Yeah. Well, I love that, and because you're really finding your way to equanimity.
Right.
Equanimity is that ability to tolerate comfort and discomfort equally. And as Jack was pointing us to, where he said, if you avoid discomfort, you're going to miss half your life. That's what the whole yin and yang is about. We can distinguish it, but we can't separate it. And I love that. That's exactly what I tell people in pain management using meditation is that 80% of your body is not in pain. If you allow your brain to focus, anything it focuses on, it intensifies. So when I allow it to go to the pain, I'm intensifying the pain. Why don't you go to the parts of your body that are not in pain and invite the discomfort into those places? If that makes any sense. So by softening those capsules, notice how we tend to isolate the pain and then fight against it, and it's like clenching a hot coal instead of softening and allowing the discomfort to release. So that's great, Stephen. Thank you for that. Hello, Kate. I love watching you do your neck roll stuff. I'm the same way. Everybody else in yoga class is all sitting there doing everything, and I'm, oh God.
Well,
Yes, Drew.
this was really helpful for me.
Ah,
'Cause I have pain most of the time as I'm dealing with my PT and getting my body to get back into shape. And as I concentrated on different parts of me, the pain went away. Went away, you know. And now as I'm sitting up, I don't have any pain. As soon as I lean back again, I'll feel it.
Yes.
But this is just incredible for me. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I love that. I love that awareness of finding the sweet spot, that I'm not in pain and sit in that spot. But what you're discovering, and this is another secret, the current research on brain pain, and Sandy roaring, Sandy, you should be doing this part because that's her field of specialty, is the brain and pain. But we're finding that your brain assigns pain. We think that it has its own reality, but if you've got a broken leg and you're being chased by a tiger, you will run on that broken leg until you get safe and you won't feel the pain. So your body is literally, notice how It hurts here, and then that's okay, and then it hurts here, and then it hurts here. Just like your monkey mind is always going to find something that's wrong, your body, your brain is always going to find something that's in pain. That's why you feel like you're in pain all the time. So this is an extremely critical discipline that we're learning about the mind and its relationship to discomfort. And it's critical now because of what happened with the opioid pandemic, and the fact that we're now not trying to eliminate pain, but learn how to live with pain. I think we'll be healthier as a culture by doing that.
I suggest anyone who has chronic pain listen to Lorimer Mosley. Lorimer Mosley and his Explain Pain is extraordinary, how he explains how the brain is the one who tells us that we are in pain, it's not actually the body that's doing it, and how it can move it around
Wow.
to get our attention.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't fuck with people's heads that's early on Saturday morning. That's such a reality shift for us to go through that most of us probably can't even comprehend what's being said. It's such a radical shift. Anybody else?
Yes, I did not realize how much I needed this because I think I was on autopilot, just studying for the test all the time. And now that I passed it, it's like, okay, I can go back to my body and shift from the head to the body. And I noticed that I was taking this very deep breaths, almost as if I was really thirsty. And I was just taking these big sips of water.
Yes.
That's how I felt it. And it felt really good.
Good.
And I noticed that when you mentioned compassion and grace, I usually try to sit very still, like not moving, not making any adjustments. So, and this time I did it differently. I was giving my body the compassion that you were talking about, and it felt really good. And I was like, why do I not allow myself to do it on a regular basis, you know?
Yeah, it's right. Listen to it when it talks to you.
Hi, Bart.
Hey,
I love that you've gone from your mind to your
back into
body.
your body. It's not always a gentle re-entry. That's what I find. It's coming back in. That's often turbulent. Miss Bentley, how are you, dear? What's up?
But I wanted to say I did this meditation laying flat on my back, and I had one hand on my belly and one hand on my heart or chest.
Yep.
And when you said that part about, I don't remember your exact wording, but it wasn't where we were going by part of the body, but it was like the unification of everything. I like imagined my whole body levitate up, like the whole spirit. It was just wonderful. Thank you so much for this meditation.
Oh, thank you. All right, so this kind of combined two types of meditation. One is the body scan, which it needs to be a regular part of your meditation. I should defer to Hans on this as far as, or Linnell. If you're going to a classically trained yoga teacher, what's the most important posture in your flow?
Mountain, seated mountain.
Shavasana?
Shavasana. Yeah. Why? You're not doing anything. You're laying on the floor. That's corpse pose. Okay? And you just answered the question. It's because you're feeling the energy flow in your body. The whole purpose of the postures is to open up block flow in your body. And you're sitting there savoring.
And it's still going.
Yeah. And all the deliciousness in your body. That's the money shot, people. And everybody goes, oh, I don't want to do that, or they fall asleep. Well,
Or they
we had a
leave
teacher
before the end of class.
leave before the end of class, and we had a teacher say, it's okay to fall asleep. I don't like that as a cue. I think it's intend to
You
stay
might.
alert and appreciate everything that's going on. If you happen to fall asleep, that's great. But so we're doing the body scan. Plus, we went through a lot of things that are part of Yoga Nidra, which is the going to sleep while staying alert, awake, a very deep relaxation thing that I recommend for people who have sleep problems. So how many of you at the end of this felt grounded, felt connected to your body? Okay. These are natural sensations. And when the Buddha says what he says, what we don't realize is that when you pay attention to these sensations, it shuts off the monkey mind. And all the spiritual benefits that we're looking for, being relaxed, connected, grounded, come not because we make them happen, but they come when we feel our bodies. That's how fundamental this is. So without this connection with the body, that awareness of the body in the present moment, that should be something you carry with you 24/7. So those of you who are more advanced meditators, as you go about your day, keep part of your awareness on your breath, on your body as you move through your activities. And that's part of how you stay grounded. That's part of how you are able to be responsive instead of reactive in situations that life brings your way. So it's a core foundation practice and awareness to have. We'll maybe do next time, we'll do some of Richard Miller's stuff. Next time, experiencing the body as energy. Okay, anybody else?
It sounds like it's coming down in Texarkana, huh?
Yeah, we're definitely getting the lawn water, that's for sure.
Of course, the tin roof enhances it quite.
Yeah. That sounds really cool.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It is.
Sure wish you'd send some of that up here. We are dry as a bone in Colorado.
Wow.
Well, it's been that way here, so we're really grateful for it. Okay, well, it sounds like we're maybe wrap up early. Everybody's too mellow.
Bart, I just want to say something. When we were doing this meditation, towards the end, I just felt my whole body filling up with light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really incredible. Thank you. It was a great meditation.
it's the good part of the law of unintended consequences.
Yeah.
Who knew that by paying attention to my body, I'd experience the light in my body? But that's how it works.
I don't know if I should be this mellow before I go into my office and start doing people's taxes.
That's why you should have
Absolutely.
some
Yeah.
good awareness of the pain. Keep
Yeah.
the pain in there. So you go too far off into la la land. Keep that balance, that anchor. All right, Omi.
All right. Let's go. Unmute your devices if you like.
Yeah.
Breath in.
Wow.
Ah.
So, Sherry,
What was that person's name that you were
Yeah.
talking about?
Right.
Lorimer Mosley.
Oh,
And
Mosley. Who
Find
Mosley?
his TED Talk and
Ah.
find him on YouTube. Lorimer Mosley.
Lorimer.
You know?
Lorimer. He's an Aussie, and find his YouTube videos. He is a brilliant physiotherapist and a great storyteller, which makes him perfect to
Yep.
explain things.
Okay. Thank you.
And I won't be here for the next 3 weeks. I'll miss you guys.
Where are you going?
Greece.
Oh.
Have
Oh.
fun.
I don't care about it.
You
Oh,
go,
Grace.
Woody.
Well, send us the energy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Have a good week, everybody.
Yeah,
you.
so next Saturday we'll Zoom from New Orleans
Ah.
and then head to the beach.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
That's a good.
We ought to do that ourselves.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good idea.
Love you all. Thank you for showing
Love
up.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for your love, your time, and your attention, Bart and Linnell. We love you.
Eh,
Yes.
Love
Love
you
you
too, Stephen.
too.
Yeah.
Take it easy.